So in this function, I want to review how sapply works and in which situations you should actually avoid using sapply because that's just going to be trouble. So here is one situation where sapply makes a lot of sense, although you could actually use a shortcut. So let's say that you want to add some number to each one of the elements of y. So one thing you could do is you could write this function, I'll call it adder, and the function will take in x and it'll take in 2add, and it would compute x plus 2add, like this. So now I can use sapply like this. So I can say sapply, say capital X is equal to y. So you know that here you have an x, but that's nothing to do with this one until we did this. So capital X and lowercase x are in principle separate. And then you would say fun is equal to adder. And then you would say 2add is, let's say, equal to 1. So what you'll get is adder 5 and 1, and then adder 6 and 1, and so on. And all of that is going to be added into one vector like this. So what are the components here? So first of all, so every element of whatever is assigned to the big X here in the call to sapply is going to be sent to adder in turn. So you'll send 5 and you'll send 6 and you'll send 7 and you'll send 8. You'll always send 1 to 2add. So this one goes here, always. And what you'll get is, well, whatever adder computes in the resulting vector. So you send in a vector of length 4, you'll get back a vector of length 4. So things to remember that commonly people forget. So first of all, every element of y, the thing that's assigned to x, is going to be sent to the first thing that adder takes in. So x is the first parameter. That's always going to be the thing that changes in between the different calls to adder. If you set x to be somewhere else, that's just not going to work. You need to make sure that this is the thing that corresponds to this thing. This is the thing to which you send in the different elements in turn. So the other thing to remember is that this should be what's called an atomic object. So all that means is it shouldn't be like a data frame or something like that. It's not to say that that's never going to work. You can actually make it work, but we didn't do this in this class. You probably, especially on the test, you wouldn't probably know how to handle that kind of thing. So the way I suggest you use sapply is always give a vector, expect a vector of the same length. So here you'll have like 5 plus 1, 6 plus 1, 7 plus 1, 8 plus 1. You can supply extra arguments here. So this is going to be always the same one that goes here.